So, naranasan niyo na bang mag-fire ng cannon? Then, yung cannonball niya, syempre, yung projectile, ito, a parabolic path with respect to the origin, which is in this case, yung cannon niya. So, that example is what you call a projectile motion. And typically, your projectile motion, but your projectile contraption consists of your projectile, syempre, your origin, which is yung cannon. Origin pala eh. Sorry. And etong path na tinake nung iyong cannonball, which is what you call your trajectory. So, in this lesson, we will talk about projectile motion. So, projectile motion is usually defined as any object that are quote-unquote falling under the influence of gravity. So, any object that is influenced by gravity and it is falling is considered as projectile motion. And there are two kinds of projectile motion. Yung una is yung 1D, which is free fall. So, sa free fall, ang main influence ang main acceleration nandito, yung nag-influence sa object mo is gravity. And yung projectile motion, merong influence ng gravity along the y direction and horizontal movement along the x direction. Okay. Yun yung pinagkaiba niya. So, pag gravity lang yung nag-a-act sa object and it's falling down, that is considered as free fall. Then, pag may dalawang components na nag-influence sa object, which is your x and y components, that is considered your 2D projectile motion. So, when talking about 1D projectile motion, katulad nga sinabi ko kanina, the only influence or the only acceleration acting on it is gravity. So it's just equal to negative 9.81 meters per second, and that acceleration is downwards. And usually, similar sa horizontal kinematics na na-discuss dun sa previous video, it's just governed by the same three kinematic equations for horizontal motion. So, compared dun sa una, which is x, dito naman is y. So, yung una, syempre, is yung vy, susulat ko pala, in which your acceleration here is equal to gravity. Okay? So, yeah. So, yung una, yung velocity. So, that is equal to your VOY, your initial velocity along the y direction, plus the acceleration, which is negative, dapat. So, negative GT. So, yung number 2, same lang din. Pero, dapat ito ay negative. Kasi this part is negative as well. And, for number 3, this one is also negative because this one is negative. And, it is commonly written in your textbooks as, instead of delta y, it's written as S. Pero, conventional rin naman yung delta y. Kayo na bahala. Then, for 2D projectile motion, before we tackle your 2D projectile motion, let us have this kind of analysis first. So, let's say that you are in a platform of, let's say, X meters in height, and you launch a projectile parallel to the surface. Let's say yung projectile mo reached a certain velocity of j meters per second with an angle of theta. So if you know how to resolve your x and y components in vectors, kasi if we remember, your velocity is a vector component, so it has x and y components, syempre. So if you know how to resolve your x and y components, you will know that your this part rather, has both x and y components. So if we analyze this graph, we can see that in the initial point, your jy or yung vertical component ng iyong velocity is coexisting alongside your j of x. And as the projectile, ito yung projectile, kaya tahak na yung projectile, diba? So as the projectile goes from here to here, we can notice that your jy gets smaller and smaller, while your jx gets constant, or hindi siya nagbabago. As hanggang dumating na sa peak, this is your peak, wherein your jy is already equal to 0. And pagdating naman ng past jy, pag past peak na, the influence of gravity starts to overtake, no, causing the projectile that you have to move down. So, ayun. Kaya nag-move down yung projectile because of gravity. And if you observe the whole analysis, you can see that during the trajectory before the peak, the main vertical component acting on the projectile is your vertical component, and after the peak, the vertical component that is acting on now it is gravity. That's why it's falling down, diba? So let us answer these questions. Where is j equal to 0? So so j is equal to 0. We know that during this analysis, we know that the x components didn't change, hindi siya nagbago. So it remained constant throughout the entire projectile trajectory. So we can say that your jx component is a constant, and it is independent of your acceleration and gravity. Meaning, kung ano man yung initial velocity mo, kung ano man yung initial x component mo, when you computed that vector velocity, it will remain the same throughout the entire journey of that projectile. And since we know that your j of x, or your horizontal component and j mo, is not changing, meaning the whole vector for the velocity of j will not be equal to 0 at any point, because in any point there will be a horizontal motion despite not having a vertical velocity pala. Mali sinabi ko. In any point in the trajectory of that projectile, merong horizontal axis, ay horizontal motion or velocity, kahit walang vertical velocity. Yung vertical velocity wala ay nasa peak. So that jy is equal to 0, but jx will still remain constant. So none. Nasagot natin dito none. I hope I explained that well. So number 2, where is jy? Sorry. So where is jy equal to 0? So jy is equal to 0. Sabi ko nga, it's equal to its peak. So where is jy is equal to 0 at its peak? So what does this indicate? That it indicates that your projectile is already at its peak, kaya sa walang vertical component. Okay. Lastly, if the influence of gravity is less than the vertical component, what happens to the projectile? So again, we have to remember that we still have gravity here. Considering that it is moving upward, the influence of the horizontal motion will be greater. So meaning if your gravity is less than, that will mean that your projectile will move up. If it is greater than, then if your gravity is greater than, diba? Your gravity is greater than, your vertical component here, your dy is equal to 0 already. Dito, wala na siyang vertical component. And ang vertical component na nandito is gravity. So, if your gravity is greater than jy, it means that it will move down. Okay, so that is the answer for that. And your 2D projectile motion, again, is governed by the vertical and horizontal kinematic equations. So given that given that you have a velocity of j meters per second, so this will be the kinematic formula equations that you will use. So similar pa yung kanina, this one. I hope you are familiar with this. And this AT should be GT, and everything should be negative. Kasi negative yung G mo. Ay, ito pala yung negative. Sorry. So ito yung negative. This also should be negative. Then, considering your j component of your j vector velocity, wherein sasabi ko nga lang kanina, it's independent of acceleration and gravity, meaning there is no acceleration that will happen in the horizontal component, meaning we can cancel this part actually. This, because this is just 0, so this will cancel. This will also cancel. And this one will also cancel. The entire thing will cancel. So leaving us with this actual kinematics. So I will erase them na. Kasi they are irrelevant na sa ating book. Okay. Then this one will also be cancelled because it's just 0, your initial position. Okay. So this will be your actual kinematics for your jx component rather. So, katulad nga sabi ko kanina, your initial velocity for the x component will remain the same in the entirety of the trajectory. So, kaya yung nag-kinematic dito is yung ating velocity will be equal to your initial velocity because it won't change. Okay. And your distance or displacement is just equal to your initial velocity times time. And your final velocity here is equal to your initial velocity because nothing will change. Okay. Nothing will change. There is no acceleration. There is no nothing. So, yeah. I hope I explained that clear. And that ends the lesson for today.